having a fan cultivating to do, so I figured instead of trying to pack it into one video, it won't be very long. But a few things have changed last time, or since the last episode. I went to the bank and increased my debt by another 600,000. So now we have a big beautiful Fendt 1100 MT along with the Cultivating cultivator that Giants brought out a couple of days ago. I was going to use the new John Deere that came out today, and lo and behold, the hitch on the back of it don't work with this cultivator, so I had to sell it. But we are on field 47 now. I've already got field 43 done with, and what I may do, instead of just a whole live stream of me cultivating, we may, once we get on this field, because I was going to plant it in corn, we may square it off and hire a worker to help us, and we'll get this started planting. Our other field, the first growth stage has done come out the ground, so I can get some more fertilizer spread on it. So that is our plans for today. It ain't taking long at all with this big cultivator. So, hey, Mr. John, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. I am doing pretty good, buddy. Doing pretty good. Can't complain. Can't complain. Trying to get some field work done so we can finally get to planting. I put that as the title of in the last episode, and I didn't even get to plant, except for one field. I mean, I could have kept planting on it, but I already had a tank full of fertilizer, and it just would have been a waste. So I figured I'd go ahead and come back and get everything cultivated in and all that good stuff. And I just told you that I increased my debt by $600. I meant 600,000. So now we are 1.1 million in the hole instead of 500,000. But I wanted to go ahead and get this done as quickly as possible, so figured why not. Really, I had no idea. I wish I'd have knew that a while ago. I would have knew that. Wish I would have knew that a while ago. Thanks for the info. I don't think I have that installed. What would it be under? Miscellaneous? Oh, I do got it. 15,000. Oh, buddy. We might just do that right quick. I ain't far from the store, so wouldn't be that big of a drive. I'm curious though. I want to see how many slots that new tractor is. If it's anything like the 8R. 45, that ain't bad. Well, I can't tell how many that is because I already got 2 of them. But yeah, I'll finish this field up with this tractor and then we'll go trade her out. I imagine so. I gotta say though, I do like the old Finn. I hadn't used it too much. I hadn't used really too many of the tractors uh, since FS19 came out. I used them quite a bit in 17, but I ain't used them much in 19. But that new John Deere, boy, it's a beast. I also seen on one of our Facebook groups that I'm in that the new John Deere forestry stuff by North Mining Company has been sent to Giants. I think it failed testing. They've already fixed the issues and sent it back. So as soon as that stuff comes out, you probably see some logging and stuff. But I just can't. I don't know. I can't say. Well, just I used to on FS15. I always use the front end loader with the log forks. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to try. Definitely gonna go back and get it now. I'm glad you told me that because I sure wasn't thinking about that tread lifter. I forgot all about it actually. I have to say, ever since 19 came out, the tracked vehicles, even the skid steers, don't turn. The turning on them is a lot better than it was in FS17, in my opinion. A lot easier to deal with. But anyway, on FS15, I use a front end loader with the log fork or the log grapple, and never really had any problems. Didn't have any problems picking anything up, and all that. When FS17 came out, I tried to use the thing, and it worked okay. But when the excavator come out, man, that was it. I used to love doing logging with the excavator, especially on the Valley of the Old Farm. And now that these tract cutters and stuff's coming, I'm definitely excited to get back into the logging business. Yeah, no kidding. I bought it and I souped it up and took it to the field and wouldn't hook up to the cultivator and it wouldn't hook up. So I took it back and sold it and got this Fendt. I think this Fendt and the new John Deere, I think they got the same horsepower, I believe. Or it ain't much difference to it. Let me look here. So this is the one that we got. We got the big Fendt here, and It maxes out at 646, and the new one 628. Okay, so it's the fence actually got a little bit more horsepower, but 628 horsepower is more than plenty to pull this cultivator. I'm not sure why Giants made it to where it requires 520 horsepower in 19 when it only required like 350 in 17. I'm not sure, maybe they had their specs wrong when it came out. But when we get that 9RT, that will be the biggest tractor we got on the farm, and probably the only big high horsepower tractor we'll have on the farm, at least over 600 anyway. I know our 8Rs has got like 428, I think that's right. Let me just look at my garage here. Or 450, and then the one with the duals on the back's got 342. Yeah, I love to do the chipping in 15 because when I first found FS13, it had just released on consoles for the PlayStation 3, and buddy, FS15 and FS17, well actually it wasn't even that high in 17, but FS15 wood chipping and logging was the way to go. I mean, there wasn't no doubt about it. You could get rich with a couple of loads of logs. But I mean, in 17 the prices dropped quite a bit, and then in 19 it's just absolutely horrendous. The wood chipping and stuff is. I find that it's too much of a hassle and too much work for just a little bit of pay. I heard that, man. A lot of people don't like logging. They just absolutely cannot stand it. But as far as loading, I always cut my trees down. I don't cut them into uh, 4 or 8 meter lengths. I cut them down whole, and I chop the ends of them off and load them up whole. With the excavator, it's a lot easier to do that because you got a lot more control as far as loading and stuff. Because I just like on 19 before the excavator come out, I got away from logging, didn't really care nothing about it, because you can make a decent amount of money logging, but it's just right now it's just too much of a hassle. And I hadn't tried it with the new what is it? Where the wheel loaders? I haven't tried doing anything with the double claw, and I would imagine that is gonna make things a whole heck of a lot easier as far as loading a bunch of logs up at one time, because you can adjust the length in the forks. I've done several live streams on the Valid Old Farm just logging. I enjoyed the heck out of it, man. It was relaxing to me. I just get that attachment for the skid steer, the saw that goes on the front of the skid steer, and go around and knock 5 or 6 of them down whole, clean them up with a chainsaw, and then come pick them up with the back then the makeshift skidder that we had, the Russian tractor with the log claw on the back of it. But now we've actually got a actual skidder, but I have not used it yet because I hadn't done any logging. And at the stage of it right now, it is time consuming. You have to have a heck of a lot of time on your hands to really knock a dent in it. But I mean, on maps like this, if you look on maps like this where it's just got these small forest areas like this right here, it wouldn't take you no time. That's nice. Like I said, I hadn't even used it yet. But these little maps like this with just these small forest areas, man, you could, there's a decent amount of money right there. And more land. But one thing I do hope, ever since RDC came out, I do hope that more modders start adding different, you know, different crop types that can be added into the game. Start adding them to their maps, cause that to me was an absolute game changer. But I don't like RDC because, for one, there's a million trees, and you can't buy anything, can't buy the land around the fields. It's just the fields. So you try to do a little landscaping here and there, you just get that annoying message that says you don't own this land. Yeah, I understand that too. That is, I mean, there's only so much you can do really in one setting. But when 17 came out and Seasons was out, logging was your, during the winter time, that was your downtime stuff. That's the only thing that you could really do. Alright, we got this field done. And then that was kind of supplement your income throughout the winter until, it was time to start planting. Yeah, I haven't played on it much, man. Like I said, that only being able to buy the fields and all those trees is really really a bummer to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like I don't mind the way it's set up to where you could just buy fields, but having to deal with all them trees, kind of aggravating. I'm gonna drop this cultivator off right here, and I'm gonna go get that new John Deere. I think mainly that update, the whole map itself needs an update. That 1.4 patch, all it did was, make it to where your game didn't screw up when you was, messing with the new crops and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the map had its own update. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. Why are you not charging? Give me a second. My daggone phone won't charge right like it's supposed to. Oh, hush. I think the next big update they have, I think it ought to be all based around the freaking traffic in this game. I like playing with the traffic on and stuff, but sometimes it gets pretty annoying. Even if they would just disable it where the daggum horns wouldn't, uh, well, they wouldn't sit there and blow the freaking horns, and I can't drive. That's why you don't take your eyes off the road there, folks. Some of that farmer me in a golf cart driving right there. Oh, I just passed the store. Yeah. Yeah, when it first came out, I got on it, and then it was acting funny. Couldn't do anything on it, so I uninstalled it. And then when the update came out, or the 1.4 patch came out, I played it again for a little bit, but just to check out the new crops and stuff, where they wasn't messing up. But that's it. Like I said, I couldn't. Those those trees, man. If there wasn't so many freaking trees, it would be a lot better of a map to play on. I mean, with all the stuff that you can do, at the farm and stuff, it's crazy. It's a awesome map. Definitely a game changer for console for sure. But it still needs some work done to it. Oh goodness. Jeez, I'm gonna have to borrow more money just to buy this daggone thing. Oh, well, I had to borrow another 100,000, I guess. Alright, that should be good there. Keep borrowing money, I'm gonna be stuck doing silent bills for the next week, trying to pay this daggone thing off. I think I'm just gonna go with the 572 version. I think we'll go with the Euro versions, the Europe version, since we're on Petervill. Let's see what else. Wow, I'm kind of glad I didn't stay on that map. Right, now we're broke again. There it is right there. Alright, when the map first came out and I jumped on it, was trying to see if I could get any of the stuff to work. It wouldn't. Like, it would show you making a bale, and you know, you'd go to empty it out and there wouldn't be nothing there. And then I actually went to leave the game, and when I left the game, or when I went to leave the game, it threw me up under the map, and I couldn't. It threw me up under the map, and I couldn't even exit the game. I had to completely restart the application. I honestly think everybody's a little cautious with it, just because I haven't seen any other YouTubers playing on it. You know, the new crops was a big hype, but you know, with all the problems and stuff that map's got, nobody wanted anything to do with it. That's crazy, man. Seems like a lot of people's having trouble with their game since the update. Just regular stuff. I mean, I hadn't noticed anything on my game that's been, you know, messed up since the patch came out, but I know a lot of people on PC's been having problems with it. Boy, this is gonna be fun here. I don't know if custom will update it or not to make it to where you can have different hitches on it, but that would be nice. Yeah, that's true. That's all I've seen. I don't know. Yeah, it is. But I mean, I can kind of see it. I mean, when I done my map tour on it, I just went around and showed the sell points and whatnot. I didn't even go to the main farm, but there's so much stuff at the main farm that's completely different from any other map on the FS19 on consoles anyway. I mean, PC, they can get all that stuff on their own, but for console, it's just, I mean, you got sheep manure. They added different stuff for your animals to eat. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. For 5 years, let's see, it's 2019 now, so I mean, he must have started working on it when FS13 first came to console. That would have been back in 2015, I think. I actually started working on it before FS13 came to console for the first time. That's just crazy. I mean, I'm glad he took the leap to do it, and I ain't bashing him by any means. The map just needs a little bit more work to it. Oh yeah, the old PS3 days. Gonna be interesting where FS19 goes on console when the PS5 comes out, because I've heard that the PS5 is gonna have its very own graphics card, so it's gonna be the closest thing to a PC console players, you know, get, unless they go out and buy a PC, and it's gonna be a lot cheaper than a gaming PC too. Oh yeah, I think once he it wouldn't surprise me now if he's not working on an update already. but it now opens the doors for other modders to be able to put the crops and stuff into their maps. I don't know if they could do that with the update. I don't know if they'd have to, it would take them, you know, a while to get it configured into their map, or how that would work, but it would be nice. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. I've seen, from what I've seen, it's gonna be between $400 and $600. I'm guessing just your base, they could make a better version with a better graphics card or something like that. That's gonna be up in 600. When I first got my PS3, and by the time I bought the subscription card and all that stuff, which I didn't need at the time, but I bought it anyway because I just got into gaming. It I paid, it was over $600, and then when I bought my PS4, which I just got the regular PS4, I bought the one of those stupid Batman games, Arkham Knights bundle. It was like, cost me like $500 something. So, but I've seen multiple sources say it's not going to be super crazy expensive. I don't think it's going to be no more expensive than what we've already seen in the past with PS3 and PS4. Yeah, and when the PS4 first came out, it was high. All of them will. I mean, I can't remember right offhand when they released the systems, but I mean, anybody that, you know, I don't think the PS4 is going to go anywhere anytime soon. If I can remember right, there wasn't a lot of PS4 games when the PS4 first came out, so a lot of people wasn't buying it, or people bought it and, you know, they couldn't play nothing on it. You know, any good games anyway. That was because they hadn't come out with any yet. But hopefully developers will start making their games for PS5, and by the time the PS5 drops, Farming Simulator 21 should already be out. Because I think it's supposed to, come out, if it comes out like it did last year, to be around October, November of 2020 when FS21 comes out. And I think the PlayStation 5 is supposed to release in the December of 2020. Yeah, I think that would be kind of. If somebody charged $1,000 for a gaming system, you'd just be better off going and buy a computer. But I don't think it's going to be that much. It's not going to be much different. And I've seen a couple of sites on Facebook, whether they're legit or not. I've seen it where it's just going to be $400 when it comes out. But like I said, that could be just your base PS5. You know, like we got the PS4 Pro with the upgraded graphics, but the PS5 is supposed to have the 4K graphics built into it, I believe. But it's going to have its own graphics card and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I heard. It's supposed to come out in December of 2020. So we'll have a month or couple months to play FS21 on on the PS4, then have to turn around and buy it for the PS5. I remember when GTA first came out, or not when it first came out, but when it came out for PlayStation 4. Or no, let me start over here. When GTA 5 was on the PS3, and then they came out with the PS4, Rockstar turned around and charged the same price of $60 for the charge the same price for the PS4 version of what you pay for the PS3. So you spent $120 on the game. Well, that'll be good if it's true. I mean, it's supposed to be backwards compatible, which is something that everybody's wanted for a long time. So it'll be good. Hey, Zotan Z, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could stop by. I don't think I've ever seen your name before. Glad to have you, though. I'm just shocked that it took them this long to make it backwards compatible. Because if I ain't mistaken, I think you could play PS2 games on the PS3. Some of them anyway, if I remember right. Yeah. I kept my PS3 for... I bought my PS3 and, or I take that, my mother bought my PS3 for me in 2009. And that's when I really got into gaming, online gaming, first person shooters and stuff like that. Before then, all I did was play football, college football on my PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2. But I kept my PS3 from 2009 till 2015. I bought my PS4 in 2015 when I was working in Baytown, Texas. Yeah. I don't know. I played the Xbox 360 and I've watched people play on the Xbox One. And in my opinion, now I don't know about the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S or however many Xboxes they got, but in my opinion, the Xboxes, the graphics just don't compare to PlayStation in my opinion. Yep. College football was my thing back when when I had my PS2 and my PS3, man. Like I said, that's all I played. Didn't hardly play anything else. I played GTA on my PS3, but that was about it. I was actually playing Grand Theft Auto or GTA 5, and I was at one of those. I don't know if y'all have ever played GTA, but there's a couple of those small towns out on the north part of the map called Grapeseed, and I found a tractor with a what looked like a ripper on the back of it. What? And I was like, man. So I got on Googling, trying to figure out how to use it to see if if you could use it for anything. And I came across a YouTuber, and then I found it where it said Farming Simulator 2013, and I seen it was available for consoles. It was pretty cheap too, I believe. It wasn't very expensive. And I ended up buying FS13, and I ain't looked back since. I mean, I've learned so much from playing this game. It's unreal. Like some of the stuff that I didn't know jack squat about, you know, I can point it out on the side of the road if it's farming related. It's crazy. You know, I wasn't ever a big fan of Madden because I don't play. I don't play. Or no, I don't play. I don't really care too much for the NFL in the first place. I don't watch it on TV or nothing, so it never really appeased to me. But when they quit making college or NCAA, I got Madden 16. I think was the first one I played, and every once in a while I jump on there and play it again. I've actually got a franchise going with the Jets right now. I'm in my second year. So that was which Madden was that? Because I don't think I played Madden when you could do that. I think now they pretty much make a Madden every year now, I believe. No, I wish there was a small 3-point hitch you could hook onto the back of these big tractors. That would not the trail one, but just one that could hook up to it. That would be cool. Nice. I remember one of the NCAA games that you could create your own player, and you'd actually had to go to class and all that stuff. You had to pass in order to play. That was pretty cool. I can't remember what year it was though. I think it was 2011. I still got my hopes up for the for EA bringing NCAA back. I've been seeing some rumors that it might be coming back. Some stuff on Facebook. Some sites have been posting that maybe they might come to an agreement to bring it back. You know, I was thinking about that. I just don't know. That lets you go from a 3-point to a tractor, or from a 3-point to a telehandler. I don't think there's nothing that hooks up. Not right off hand with anything I can think of. If I ain't mistaken, I think the set that come out in 17, you could do that with one of those. One of those sets, I believe. Yeah, that would be pretty freaking awesome. Trying to trick my wife into getting pizza for supper instead of cooking in that. I seen something the other day on I think it was today, it might have been yesterday, I can't remember. Um that if some kind of bill or something passes in California, then California college athletes college athletics won't be able to participate in national championships or something like that. Something crazy. This old John Deere ain't pulling this cultivator very fast. I got plenty of horsepower. I don't know what the heck's going on. Maybe I need to repair it. Yeah, holy crap. Oh man, I still kind of, sometimes I wish I still had my PS3 so I could go back and play it. And yeah, Zotan, I still wish I had mine sometime. I sold mine a couple of times and ended up buying another one trying to get away from it, but shoot, I hadn't been to work since March because of my back, and I tell you, if it wasn't for my PlayStation and Farming Simulator and all the games that I play, I'd go absolutely insane, no doubt. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think I mean, for one, I think it costs the average about $100,000 to go to the University of Alabama, and I'm sure it's the same way at other big colleges. And people want to whine and cry because the names and likenesses and stuff like that's on a video game, and they're not getting paid. You're getting a free education, a free ride to some of the best facilities and everything that you want for free. And oh man, I turned 26 years old Saturday, man, and I feel like I'm about 46 years old most days. I hurt my back in 2018 moving furniture with a bulging disc, and then back in March of this year, it's either the beginning or middle of March, somewhere around there, I messed it up again, pulling stumps out of the ground, I believe, and with a track hoe. Now I got two bulging discs instead of just one. Some days is better than other days, and then when that joker goes out, boy, it goes out. How much is FS going for on Steam right now, Richard? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Glad you could stop by. Oh wow, that's cheap. 27 bucks. It wouldn't surprise me if the game don't come up in one of PlayStation's or Microsoft's big big monthly sales that they do here for long. I still got FS17 on my PS4. I'm thinking about downloading it, going back and playing on Seasons, man. That the best mod that anybody's ever made, in my opinion, is Seasons. Absolutely, an absolute game changer. Ain't they still developing cattle and crops? Ain't it they've been developing that game for like 10 years or something like that? I know it's been a while. I kind of wish Giants would take some notes off of cattle and crops, man. They got the ground textures and stuff is crazy. Steel and alpha. Damn. I don't know though. I know we all want games to hurry up and release, but when they take the times, when it takes the developers time like it's taking for cattle and crops, I guarantee you it'll be a heck of a game when it comes out. Yeah, Richard, I seen that the other day. On another map for 17. I know when 19 first came out, Bullet Bill put it out there that he wasn't doing anything for FS19 because he didn't like the way it was. I guess the stuff you buy to do the mods and stuff wasn't set up like it was in 17. I'm ready to see what they're gonna put in the Platinum Edition for FS19. I seen on Silver News the other day he showed it that it showed up at the event for FarmCon, or not FarmCon. Maybe it is. No, FarmCon's in August. This is supposed to be in whatever event they're having at the end of July. I can't remember if it's FarmCon or if it's something else. I want to say FarmCon's in August though. There's a lot of speculation that we could get a lot more Krone equipment in the Platinum, or maybe Giants announces that they're going to have the license for Class, and that's going to be the Platinum Edition DLC. I don't know. FarmCon, okay. I know it's somewhere around the 27th or something like that. That's when their Farming Simulator League and whatnot is supposed to kick off too, I think. Yeah. Let's see, next Monday is July the 1st. Because Season 2 of Apex Legends drops July the 2nd. I wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't Class. I know Giants said they got a partnership with them. They hadn't officially announced anything that it was going to be. Um, they don't have a license for them yet. I'm thinking that they're going to say if they do get the license, it's going to be, we won't see anything from Class until 2021 or until FS21 comes out. But who knows? I don't watch Virtual Farmers, so I didn't know that. I know when Mr. Silly P went to do his training for the common for the commentating and stuff, he did say that there's a bunch of big stuff in store that he couldn't talk about. So maybe it was about the Platinum Edition or something like that, but who knows? I honestly don't care about the Platinum Edition as much as I care about Season. Once Season comes out, this game is gonna pick up steam like FS17 did. I think Seasons is pretty much the only mod most people's waiting on to be able to have. Y'all give me just a minute. I ain't trying to be quiet. I'm replying to messages. That's that's crazy. I didn't know we had that many mods already. uh, yeah, I agree, John. I wish they would. Now, is that 500 count for console too, or is it just for PC? I know we got quite a bit. I think we got like 35 maps already. Yeah, I need to do that myself. I actually, when I started this Let's Play, I went through and I took off and freaking just unchecked a whole bunch of stuff and still had over 50 mods installed, I think. Or still have 50 mods checked. Yeah, I agree, Richard. It's gonna get better. I mean, unless something drastic happens, like for whatever reason they just decide that the mods don't need to be on consoles no more, then consoles will continuously evolve. Oh goodness. Y'all give me just a minute. I'm sorry to keep stopping like this. I'm gonna mute y'all just for a second. I gotta make a phone call. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back. Yeah, no kidding. I can't. It wouldn't surprise me if in FS21 if they don't have a virtual reality set up. Let me catch up on some comments real quick. Yeah, Richard, that makes sense. Normally when mods come out, it's maybe one or two that just goes to PC only, but usually they end up coming to console if they're able to. Yep. FS21, they should have a virtual, be able to make it where you can do it in virtual reality, I would think. Yeah, I liked FS15 too. I think that's why I enjoyed the logging on FS15, because like I said, you could make a killing on money because we didn't have any mods, no money cheat or anything like that. I didn't do too many transport missions. Uh, I didn't do too many of the transport missions in 15, but like I said, logging, logging's what I did in 15. But you can make a killing doing. I think silage was a big money maker in FS15, but see, I didn't never really understand anything about silage or how to do it or anything like that, so I never messed with it. Um, when he's done his series on FS15, he made like $1 million on one sale of silage or something like that. It was crazy. But I didn't get into the silage or really understand how to do none of that stuff until FS17. I don't know, it seems like, with after FS15, FS17 and now FS19, the things that used to make you buku's amount of money don't really make you jack squat anymore. I think I downloaded, I've got 15 on my PS4 too, I just hadn't played it in a while. I was used to playing FS15 before we ever got mods, but it's hard to play the game now without some of the mods that we got. Because when FS13 came to consoles, they had mods on there, but for whatever reason they got away from it for 17. I'm not sure why. And then they brought it back for, or I'm sorry, they got away from it in 15 and brought it back in 17. Yeah, man, you could make a, what the hell? Didn't even have the damn thing down. Excuse my language. Like now, to me, the high demands and stuff don't even make sense no more in 19, because when I think of a high demand, I think it's something that's paying more money than, or yeah, paying out more money than anywhere else. But you know, you get a pop up for a high demand on here, and you know it's still $1,000 more at a different place that ain't got a high demand. I don't know. It's weird. So I mean it. Oh boy, I think I turned a little too sharp. I don't either, unless it's absolutely paying more than anywhere else. I mean, because there's really no point. I do think the animals could be upgraded as well. I don't think you should have to feed cows, uh, or pigs. I'm sorry, all the stuff that you have to feed them. I mean, down here in Alabama, you catch a hog in a trap, you put him in a pen and feed him corn and fatten him up, and then butcher him. You don't have to feed him all this soybeans and all that crap. Kind of silly, really, but that's why I don't do pigs that often, because pig food is like 5 times more expensive than anything else in the silos. So I just don't even bother with it no more. It's the same way in 17. Pig food was freaking ridiculously expensive. Holy crap, that's a lot. One thing I don't understand is how the egg prices work. Like, I know with the egg baskets and stuff now, it kind of makes it a little bit more easier to understand, but like if you look here, egg prices is $3,700 per liter, and that I don't know if that it's not, and the baskets hold 2,400 eggs. I don't know how many liters each egg is, if that makes any sense. I just don't understand it, I guess. Yeah, that's where I got my economy set up too, on easy. I don't really Life's hard enough. No need to make your video game life hard. But I was trying to figure out the other day when I sold that trailer full of eggs, and I had 6 crates. Let's see. Let me do a little math here. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So 2,400 times 6 is 14,400. So I don't know where they get the prices for eggs. I know you can make big money in 15 with eggs too. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I don't want to, unless it's on a big map like Pacific Northwest or Doll Ranch or somewhere where, everything's super expensive, then yeah, I'm going to put in some money that I want, or put in the amount of money that I want to buy the equipment that I want. But for my Let's Plays and stuff, I don't do that. Other than, using what I need to use to set up. I think it cost me right around, it was over $2 million for me to get everything set up on this farm for the storyline in the Let's Play. It was crazy. That's what cracks me up in some of those Facebook groups. Back when 17 was out, people would get on there and bash you because you used the money cheat box to cheat in money. Like, why the heck wouldn't we? Because most people didn't play FS15, so they don't really know the struggle of having to, work for every single thing that you had. But, I mean, big money maker for me so far on here has been silage bales. Silage bales have brought me a ton of money. Hey, that's all that matters, man. That's the good thing about this game. Nobody can tell you the right way to play this game. There is no right way, there is no wrong way to play this game. Like, Mr. Silly P gets criticized for all kind of stuff he does on his maps, man, and it's crazy. Some, you know. But Mr. Silly P don't let that kind of stuff bother him neither. And all of his fans have told him over and over again, just do what you want to do, and people still gonna watch it, regardless if they don't, if they don't like it, then they ain't gotta watch it. That's exactly how I feel. If you don't like what I'm doing, don't watch it. Like, I don't think I played with this is the first Let's Play I've played with crop destruction on. And in my opinion, crop destruction needs to be worked on. Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. My wife has been supporting us for pretty much the last 2 years, ever since or the last year, I'm sorry, since my back went out on me. And the first go round, I was out of work for 8 months, or no, 10 months. And finally got an opportunity to go back to work with a local company around the house, and I was only there for 3 months, and my back gave me problems again. And so we live on one income right now. Yeah, I don't use weeds. I don't use crop destruction hardly at all. I did decide to use it on this Let's Play since I hadn't used it on any other ones. I just think that it could be reworked, because in real life, if you run over a freaking plant, it's not going to just completely disappear and be gone. I mean, you might not get much off of it, but it's not going to be completely gone. That's how I feel about it. And weeds, I tried weeds when the game first came out, and then when you're sitting here cultivating like this and you got the time on 5 times, and all of a sudden weeds is popping up behind you as you're cultivating, it kind of got on my nerves, and I just said the hell with it. I can't do it. I honestly don't even think they fixed them correctly with that update that was supposed to fix them. But I don't know, maybe it did. I just, like I said, I don't play with them. I heard that, man. I've thought about applying for disability, but because I mean, it's just, and people that don't have back problems, they don't understand how difficult it is to find a job. When I don't like to lie about my health. If it was just a shoulder injury or something like that, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But when it comes to your back, especially since mine is my lower back, and I'm a pretty big guy, standing at 6'6" and about 375 pounds. I mean, like I said, I can go months and not have any problems with it, and then I can move my leg the wrong way, I can twist the wrong way, and it's gone. And I don't think I would have much luck getting disability at my age anyway. And the last doctor I went to and seen, he said, you got two bulging discs, both bulging at different levels, but it's not bad enough for you to do surgery. Good luck with your future endeavors. And that's pretty much how that went. So, you know, I don't lie to employers when I apply for jobs, and I apply for jobs every day because I really don't want to draw disability. I'm too young. But I come close one time, but I never did go through with it. I had it set up and everything, but I never did do it. Because, I mean, it would probably take me 3 or 4 times over 3 or 4 years to even be approved for it. So, I'm just gonna keep working until I can't work no more, I guess. That's all you can do. Yeah. I've had my back go out on me before the second disc bulged on me when I was just the original injury. Uh, Shoot, it was my father-in-law was down at my grandmother's house trimming limbs, and a little old limb, maybe 5 or 6 foot long, not very big at all, was on the ladder, and I reached down there to grab it and twisted, and I was down for 4 days with my back. And then this past year at Christmas, I was putting a ground blind up behind my house to hunt out of, and there was a stick in the way where I wanted to put it up, and I took my right foot and swooped at it, and I felt it when when my back caught, and I was down for 7 days. I mean, we're doing good, just because my parents and her parents help us out a lot, and that's why I've started doing the YouTube. I enjoy doing the YouTube, and then one day I hope to maybe make a little money off of it. I ain't trying to get rich. Nobody's gonna get rich off of YouTube. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, buddy, she has definitely stuck with me. Uh, we've been together for 3 years, and almost married for almost 2 years. October will be 2 years. But like I said, her parents and my parents, she's worked her butt off the last year. She's went to several different jobs. She's got a great job now working at the bank, and she makes decent money. The only downside is she only gets paid every 2 weeks, so it kind of, bills don't wait on payday. But her parents and my parents just pitched in and helped us out tremendously. But I actually went and applied for a job today that I found on Indeed last night. So I hope to hear something back on that here in a day or two. Well, we sure appreciate it, Mr. John. We sure would do. So what time is it? 5:56. How long have we been streaming? Huh, over an hour, haven't we? I think we get finished with this field. We're gonna call it a day. Do enjoy it when y'all stop by, and enjoy the conversation. But I still got look at the map here. We still got quite a bit to do, so I'll be busy. Let's see, we got shit. I still got that big sheep, I still got that big field to do. We got 44 left to do. 26, 40 and 41. Still got the field 6 to do. And then 32 and 33 over here. Oh, goodness. Hope maybe I can finish this tonight so we can get to planting tomorrow. I turned 26 this past Saturday, man, and sometimes I feel like I'm twice the age that I am. See, we can't hit this long ways here to kinda. Oh wow, 29. See, I'm 26, my wife's 25, she'll be 26 in October. Our anniversary for our wedding is actually a week before her birthday. Actually, not even a week, like 4 days before her birthday. I think she done that on purpose so she get double the gifts. But she deserves every single bit of it. Oh wow. What was it? 36, 33, 30, and 29. I don't know, me and my wife talked about it and we've pretty much decided that kids just ain't for us. Wow, so you've been. I hate to hear that, man. I hate to hear anybody have to get a divorce. Alright, well, that's 3 fields down. About 7 more to go. I didn't plan on doing all this cultivating in the live stream. I was going to do some planting and some fertilizer spreading, so that's my bad. Well, that was nice over. Thank you for your service, good sir. Thank you for your service. Need to take this down the road. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anytime, my friend, anytime. In my opinion, veterans deserve everything. They deserve everything. I think if you go over there and you fight for this country, when you come back, you shouldn't ever have to worry about anything else for the rest of your life. The government don't do enough. Uh, in my opinion, they don't do enough for our veterans. I think one of my uncles was in the Vietnam War. My great grandpa was a World War II veteran. My cousin was in the National Guard. Alright, everybody, I appreciate you stopping by. I think we're going to end we're going to end the live stream here. I do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. For all you people that walk it, for all of the people that watch it after it's over with. I really do mean it. And hopefully there will be a video. I'm going to try to finish all this stuff tonight if I can. All this cultivating. And get it done. And then we can finally get on the planting. And everything will go back to normal. Start putting out a couple. I'm going to try to keep doing the schedule that I'm doing. I try to record at least 2 videos a day, but my internet's pretty slow, so it takes it quite some time to upload. But I do appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed it, give us a like. For all of you that hadn't subscribed to the channel, it's free, man. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.